hanging from the wing of an airplane flying 155 miles per hour, jumping a motorcycle off a 4,000-foot cliff, holding your breath underwater for 6 straight minutes. For most of us, that's impossible. For Tom Cruise, just another day on set. But what if you tried it? Could an ordinary person even survive one of these stunts? Today, we're diving into the science behind the wildest action scenes in Mission Impossible. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's find out how impossible it really is to be Ethan Hunt in real life. Let's start with the iconic vault drop from the first Mission Impossible in 1996. Ethan Hunt is suspended from cables, hovering inches above the floor. No noise, no deep breaths. One wrong move, and the mission fails. Sounds simple, right? But holding your body in that position is harder than it looks. Supporting yourself horizontally like that requires activating about 80% of your core muscles, including abs, glutes, and lower back. Even someone in shape starts shaking after 20 to 30 seconds. And in this case, trembling isn't just uncomfortable, it ruins the mission. A single muscle twitch could trigger an alarm. There's also the physical stress. Under pressure, your body sweats, and sweat on steel cables can reduce grip strength by up to 30%, according to the National Safety Council. Breathing must be tightly controlled. A resting adult breathes about 12 to 16 times per minute. Cruise had to cut it down to fewer than 6, almost sniper-level breathing, to avoid body movement from air pressure shifts. It's a silent scene, but it's a battle against your own body. In Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation from 2015, Ethan Hunt hangs on the side of an Airbus A400M during takeoff. And yes, Tom Cruise really did this stunt, flying at 165 miles per hour, held in place by a harness that was digitally erased. At that speed, air resistance exerts about 108 pounds of drag on an average-sized adult. That's like having a 50-pound weight pressing on your chest the entire time, making it hard to breathe or move. As the plane climbs above 8,200 feet, oxygen levels drop. That's when hypoxia kicks in. Your blood oxygen saturation drops below 90%, impairing judgment, causing dizziness, and possibly leading to blackouts within minutes. And the cold? At 10,000 feet, the air temperature can drop between 14 degrees Fahrenheit and -4 degrees Fahrenheit, with wind chill making it feel even colder. At that altitude and speed, frostbite can start on your fingers in just 3 to 5 minutes, enough time to lose fine motor control and fall off. Now to Ghost Protocol from 2011. Ethan Hunt climbs the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world at 2,722 feet. That's nearly 3 Eiffel Towers stacked together. Even without wind, the climb would require tremendous energy. A 154-pound person would burn about 1,400 calories to ascend that height, but winds near the top can reach 45 miles per hour. A strong gust could throw you off balance and end it all. The gecko gloves shown in the film are inspired by real nanotechnology based on lizard feet. Today's versions can support up to 41 pounds per square foot, enough for lab tests, but nowhere near what's needed to climb a skyscraper made of glass. It looks like sci-fi, but the physical demands? Absolutely real. Now for the next level insanity for Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Part 2. According to director Christopher McQuarrie, Tom Cruise performed the most dangerous stunt of his career, hanging off the wing of a Stearman biplane flying at 150 miles per hour at 3,900 feet above the ground. And this wasn't a calm flight. The plane did sharp turns, dives, and climbs, while Cruise clung to the outside, exposed to wind, cold, and gravitational force. Here's the science. During a steep turn, the body experiences up to 2.5 Gs. If you weigh 154 pounds, you temporarily weigh about 385 pounds. Your hands and arms have to resist that force while wind slams into you at nearly 146 feet per second. At that speed, air pressure exerts up to 112 pounds of force on exposed surfaces like your chest and face. This causes buffeting, violent vibrations that disorient the body, blur vision, and even cause dizziness. Temperature is another risk. At 3,900 feet, the air might be around 39 degrees Fahrenheit, but with wind chill, it feels closer to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Without proper gear, the body can enter mild hypothermia in 20 minutes. To prepare, crews trained for 18 months with aerobatic pilots, simulated movements and flight trainers, and then in real skies. Cameras were mounted to his body. Each take required pinpoint coordination between crews and the pilot, all communicated via radio. No green screen, no stand-in, just raw physics and guts. In Rogue Nation, Ethan Hunt dives into a submerged reactor and holds his breath for 6 minutes and 6 seconds. The average person can hold their breath for 30 to 90 seconds. Elite freedivers can reach 5 to 10 minutes, but only under still conditions and total focus. Crews, however, performed an entire underwater scene, movement included. Swimming underwater raises oxygen consumption by up to 300% compared to resting. Every motion adds risk. It's not just holding your breath, it's managing energy output second by second. Now to the cliff jump in Dead Reckoning Part 1. Cruz rides a motorcycle off a ramp at 76 miles per hour, launching off a 4,000-foot cliff. He deploys his parachute after 4 seconds of freefall, hitting a terminal speed of around 118 miles per hour. The safe window to pull the chute is less than 2 seconds. Too early, and you slam into the cliff wall. Too late, and you won't slow down in time. Parachute deployment can subject the body to 4 Gs of deceleration, 4 times your body weight slamming into your chest in milliseconds. To pull this off, crews trained over 500 base jumps and 13 custom-built ramps. Everything, from airspeed to wind direction, was precisely calculated, because with a stunt like this, there is no backup plan. Maybe you're thinking, okay, what if I train like Tom Cruise? Even surviving these stunts is a challenge. For the motorcycle jump, you'd need 2 years of intense skydiving, high-speed motocross, and base jumping training. That includes 500+ actual jumps. Just qualifying for base jumping requires over 200 skydives. To reach 6 minutes of breath holding, you'd train like a freediver. That means lowering your heart rate below 40 beats per minute, practicing in cold water, and doing weekly static apnea training for 12 to 24 months. For the vault scene, you'd need the core strength of a competitive gymnast. Most people can't hold a plank for more than 30 seconds without shaking. To stay perfectly still in midair, you'd train 5 days a week for a year. Pilates, isometrics, breathing control. Then comes the real mental part. Facing real fear, like falling to your death, requires emotional resilience like the one of elite soldiers. Techniques like progressive desensitization and cortisol management help you stay calm when instinct screams to panic. And beyond all that, every stunt requires custom safety gear, medical teams, engineers, months of testing, and a budget that rivals some small movies. Training like Cruise is one thing. Surviving like him, that's a whole other level. Even with perfect prep, you'd still need million-dollar logistics to avoid dying. Mission Impossible isn't just movie magic. It's a real-world stress test of human limits, with an actor who insists on pushing past them. Tom Cruise doesn't want to wow you with CGI. He wants you to feel the danger. So he trains like an astronaut, plans like an engineer, and risks it all like a pro stuntman. A cinematic experience that shocks and inspires. Because once you realize someone actually jumped off that cliff or clung to that wing, everything changes. So tell us, what other movie dares to challenge the laws of physics like Mission Impossible? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.